My name is Chad Crichton. I'm a Bardi and Yolngu man from Broome, but my country lies on the Dampier Peninsula. So my family generally come from Broome, Beagle Bay, Bijadanga, Adialun, Lumbadina, Juddigen. So across my life I've lived in Broome and in those remote communities, but like many of us in the Kimberley, came to Perth for high school and university and work. And from an early age, we're taught, in primary school to how to walk in two worlds. So, like part of that, for example, is about, like at school, we're taught to speak proper English and leave Creole or our language for home. And likewise for lifestyle, back home, we're lucky that we have country and we're able to hunt and fish and camp and enjoy country in many different ways. And whilst we also, feel quite comfortable often, in town or in the city. So we live this sort of dual lifestyle. I guess the inspiration for Killa goes back at least 20 years for me, where I did a similar project at university as part of my fine art degree called Undud Market, where a lot of the work I was creating and do create is about lifestyle, about education, about immersive experiences and how we can share immersive experiences to sometimes challenge people's way of thinking, but mostly to educate and hope people can consider different ways of thinking. So Emilia Galatis, who a colleague of mine, we've been talking for some time now about this project, her lifestyle as well, and the way she grew up and her Greek heritage, and the differences that we found in conversations we've had with friends or colleagues over the years about preparation of food, which kind of always led to hunting, killing of an animal, butchering it ourselves, preparing it, eating it, and sharing with family. And it's very much a cultural thing. I think we all agree, like, food is culture. It is one of the unique things that brings people in diverse communities together. I think I love living in Perth because it's such a diverse community. I can step out of my door and here in Perth and indulge in cuisine from all over the world. And I think it really does bring us all together. It's one of the unique things about food. And working with the Rechabite team and with Nav, their chef, it's been a great experience to get to know their team. And I think their venue this building is perfect for this project. I think the audiences will also really enjoy it. And it's been great collaborating with Nav and the team here on the menu and talking about taste and flavor and other senses like smell, how we can bring those into the experience. So while there is a film element, how do we excite people's experience more fully across different senses? So some of those senses, smell, taste. Hopefully people will enjoy something that is totally unique and they've never done before. There's a conversation that will take place in this room between the film and the food being served on the tables. So, for example, you're going to see beautiful landscape footage of my country where my brother is looking for crab. So we're walking through the mangroves, we're looking for crab, whilst you're also being served crab on the table. We go back to the camp and we're cooking crab and we're cooking rib bones that have just been caught on an open fire. You'll see all the smoke so you're also going to be fed these things. And so there's this unique conversation that's happening between the screens and the food. We hope you enjoy a unique experience where you get to have a peek behind the veil in some ways of life for Aboriginal people in the Kimberley. Life in the Kimberley for a lot of mob involves hunting and fishing regularly, if not on a daily basis. The way we live our life is very much by the seasons. We hunt and gather by seasons still, even though we live very contemporary lives. In wet season, for example, we hunt goannas. We're fishing for reef fish. And in cooler months of the year, we're hunting for dugong or turtle, and we're targeting fish that live in the creeks. And so it's we live our lives according to those seasons. The way we cook food is often on the fire, and so the food is full of those flavors of the smoke and the wood that we collect from country. So whether it's mangrove wood or bloodwood or other kinds of wood, so they impart flavors into the food that we eat. But we're also uniquely placed because of the pearling history of the Kimberley and the pastoral history of the Kimberley, where there's also been some Asian influence. So where we have Japanese and Malaysian and Indonesian, and so all those flavor profiles come into the food that we eat, whether it's Singaporean chili crab, belacan from Indonesia and Malaysia. All of these things have become part of our diet and part of the way we cook food and enjoy all of these wonderful flavors. And it's just something we wanted to share with people here in Perth. So this was filmed in September of 2024 on the West Kimberley, involving members of my family, but also very, very close friends, and some of our senior people who provided cultural advice on the project. From all the way down in Bidjadanga in Garijari country, all the way to Adialun or Wanam Point in Bardi country. And they all came onto the project because they have lived a similar life to myself, and we all enjoy hunting. It's like one of the guys, when I explained to them what the project concept was about, he said, "Oh, so it's just about what we do every other day, hunting and fishing, gathering food for our families." And I said, exactly right. It's about sharing our lifestyle with others, and the uniqueness of it. So it's not quite common for many people to kill and butcher and bring to the table a whole animal, but that's something that we all grow up with from a young age in the Kimberley, and we wanted to share that. But it's something that we're really keen to share, more so because of the respect we're paying to those animals, and also the skill and knowledge that some of our mob have in being in that bush sort of butcher, being able to break down an animal in 20 minutes. It's something that is really needs to be seen to be believed, and it can be quite beautiful. I think the thing is that there's a fear of looking at this imagery, and I don't think people should fear it. I think we should remember that every time we take a bite of some meat or something like that, we're actually eating an animal, and to have that connection with an animal, I think, is something that is very special. But it's also, for us, is about knowing where that animal came from, what it's eating itself out there in the wild, or on a station. These animals are grass fed. They're running wild. They're living very happy and healthy lives, along with all of the fish and the crab and other things that we're bringing to the table. So it's I think a beautiful thing, and we hope that people will enjoy it.